So good evening friends. In our previous lecture we have seen how to find the direction of force which is generated on a current carrying conductor placed in an external magnetic field. So today we will see how we can use that direction and commercialize the concept. So basically what we will see is how an electric motor works. Now we have seen electric motors in our day-to-day life many times, but the basic concept or basic idea behind electric motor is the conversion of electric energy into mechanical energy. Okay, this is the basic idea. So when we supply current, or in our terms, when we provide current, then and with a magnetic field, these both result in generation of force. Okay, this is what we have seen. What happens, or how, why Fleming's left-hand rule is used. So now we will see parts of this electric motor. So basically in your exam you get a question which says give principal working of electric motor with a late label diagram. So first we will see what all parts are used in an electric motor. First we'll make a list of parts which are used. The first and foremost thing required is a magnet, so that it can generate the magnetic field. The second part, which is most important, is a coil, okay, for carrying the current. Along with this coil, we use split rings. I will explain what are split rings. And then there is a battery, a switch. Okay, so these are the main components which are used in an electric motor. So let us see how the things are arranged, or how an electric motor is constructed. So an electric motor, basically we will start with two poles of the magnet. Suppose this is the north pole and here it is the south pole. Okay, so we have two poles of a magnet, but obviously the magnetic field will be from north pole to south pole. Then what we will do is we will take a rectangular coil and we will label it as A, B, C, D. आता ही जी coil आहे, this coil is in this form. Okay, so this is your coil A, B, C and D, and here there are two magnets. अशा पद्धतीने ती place केलेली असते. Okay, then what we will do is we will connect these coil to two split rings. Okay, there will be two split rings. त्याचं फंक्शन काय आहे ते आपण बघूयात, जसं मी पुढे एक्सप्लेन करेन. आणि between the split rings and the coil there are two carbon brushes. Okay, so these are the two carbon brushes. I will label them carbon brushes. Let us label them X and Y. So this one is X, this one is Y. Okay, so X and Y. Now these are our split rings R1 and R2. So this is R1, this is R2. And from the carbon brushes, we will further connect them to the battery and the switch. So this will be my direction of current from positive to negative. तर हे basically is how your electric motor or basic construction of your electric motor is. आता ह्याच्यात यूज काय काय आहे किंवा कुठल्या पार्टचा यूज काय हे तर बॅटरी आहे. दिस इज द की के और स्विच वी कॅन कॉल इट. आता हे जे स्प्लिट रिंग्स आहेत ह्याचा यूज जेव्हा आपण वर्किंग बघू तेव्हा मी सांगेन. हे जे कार्बन ब्रशेस आहेत, द यूज ऑफ दिस ब्रशेस इज ओनली टू कनेक्ट द कॉइल ए बी सी डी विथ द बॅटरी. ह्याच्या व्यतिरिक्त दुसरा कुठलाही यूज नाही. Now let's come to the working. Now before going to the working, let us quickly revise what is Fleming's left hand rule. So Fleming's left hand rule says that if the current and the magnetic field are perpendicular, then force is generated in the direction of the third axis. Or in case of the rule, if we say that the three fingers of our left hand, they are stretched mutually perpendicular to each other, and forefinger gives direction of field, middle finger gives direction of current, then the thumb will give us the direction of the force. So this is what our left hand rule says. Now observe closely what happens when the current starts flowing. Okay, so in the first part, when I switch on the circuit, the current will start from the positive terminal. It will arrive at the ring R1. Okay. From R1, it will go to the brush X. From X, it will enter the coil A, B, C, D. Okay. From X, it will go to A, B, C, D. Then from D, it will come to the brush Y. From Y to R2, and it will complete the circuit. So this is the first direction or the initial direction how the current is flowing. Now let us apply our left hand rule, or Fleming's left hand rule, not our rule, Fleming's left hand rule. So the rule says that force will be generated only when field and current are perpendicular. आता होतं काय ते बघा, जेव्हा कॉइल और जेव्हा करंट इथे येतो ए at point A, हे असं आहे. Okay, the current is going inside the board or inside the wall. So what will happen? Let us apply the left hand rule. So this is my direction of current, this is the direction of field. Okay, if I apply the left hand rule, so this is the direction of current, direction of field, and if we observe that the force is going upwards, okay, the force will be generated upwards. तुम्ही जर असं जर पकडलं, okay, so this is the direction of current, field and force. So in the arm AB, okay, in the arm AB, the force is generated in the upward direction. Okay, so in the arm AB, force will be generated in upward direction. There will be no force in arm BC or AD because they are parallel to the direction of field. हे लक्षात ठेवा, हा करंट आतमध्ये जातोय, field अशी आहे. Okay, so this is your direction of current, this is the direction of field. So that is why we say that force will be generated in arm AB. But if we consider arm BC, then field and current, they both are parallel. So that is why there will be no force in arm BC and AD. There will be no force because they both are parallel to the direction of the field. And in the same way, in arm CD, the force will be generated in downward direction. Force in downward direction. Okay. सॉरी एक चेंज झालाय फक्त इथे फोर्स डाउनवर्ड असेल सॉरी आणि इथे अपवर्ड असेल बिकॉज आपण जर लेफ्ट हँड रूल लावला तर सीडी मध्ये करंट इज कमिंग आउट दिस इज डायरेक्शन ऑफ फील्ड अँड दिस इज डायरेक्शन ऑफ फोर्स आणि जेव्हा आत जातो करंट तर फील्ड आणि फोर्स डाउनवर्ड आहे सो तेवढे एक करेक्शन करा in arm AB force will be in downward direction in arm CD the force will be in upward direction so it is somewhat like this okay so suppose this is your field with A B C and D then this arm will go downwards and at the same time arm CD will come upwards ठीक है आपण असं करू okay so this is A, B, C and D. Okay, current is entering. So this arm will go down. CD will come up. Now this is your 0 degree. म्हणजे जेव्हा start होणार आहे, your coil is horizontal. When it completes 90 degree rotation, okay, जेव्हा 90 degree ला येतं, तेव्हा काय होतं बघा. हा जो कनेक्शन पॉइंट आहे ओके किंवा हा ब्रश जो आहे ठीक आहे दिस ब्रश reaches the top position आणि हा ब्रश इथे येतो सो इफ यू ऑब्झर्व इथे या स्प्लिट रिंग्सचा यूज होतो सो फॉर अ फ्रॅक्शन ऑफ अ सेकंड when the brushes are in this position or the coil is at 90 degree position the flow of current stops. Now ideally as the current has stopped the force should also stop but because the coil is in motion it has its own inertia okay we have studied inertia in our class 9 so because of that inertia even though there is no current the coil moves ahead and the brushes again come in contact with the coil when it crosses 90 degree position याच्यासाठी त्या स्प्लिट रिंगचा यूज असतो आफ्टर 90 डिग्रीज काय होतं हा ब्रश इथे आलेला असतो म्हणजे आफ्टर 90 डिग्रीज मी सांगतो आता दिस इज y and this is x after 90 degrees so what will be the path of the current the current will still be flowing from R1 Y आता इथे काय होणार DCBA because ती कॉइल 180 डिग्री टर्न झालेली आहे हे 0 डिग्री 90 180 so CDBA then it will go to the brush X and will come out from the ring R2 okay हे खूप important आहे please understand this I'll repeat after 90 degree what happens the brush Y comes in contact with ring R1 and the brush X comes in contact with ring R2 so the path of current becomes R1 Y DCBA X R2 पण इथे सुद्धा even if we consider it DCBA still the current is going inside okay field is same and force is downward direction so now the R this is from 0 to 90 and this is from 90 to 180 काय होतं R DC goes downwards again arm BC and AD no force and arm AB goes upwards so your motor keeps on rotating in anti-clockwise direction okay so this is how our electric motor works using Fleming's left hand rule.